Welcome back to Genfanad. We are going to make some food. We've already got some food in the form of crisp rat and cooked beef, but we can do better. So what we're going to do is be slightly concerned about the amount of inventory spaces we have. Should be alright. But we're going to get all of the food plated. It's going to be everything we currently have with an additional potato. The only real option for rat is rat and potato. For beef, there's actually more options, but the potato one is the simplest one. Only requires one additional ingredient, the potato. Could go one step further, require 2 additional ingredients, but then it only heals 1 more health. So, not super worth it, I don't think. But the first step here, we need to make more plates. And to do that, we're going to be getting clay. And then doing everything you need to do with clay. Starting off over here with our inability to wield our iron pickaxe, unfortunately. Gonna be getting more mining experience, which is definitely something. It's already very far ahead of the foraging experience, which is the more important one. But I guess more mining experience is still good in the future. There is additional ores we can't mine yet, so still worthwhile. And just getting more levels. It's something. We're already pretty quick at mining these level 1 ores. We do a pretty good job right over here. Oh yeah. We need 619 plates if we want to put everything on a plate at the same time, which I do. Is it entirely necessary? No. I'm doing it anyways. And we can't even really get the maximum value out of some of the rat dishes, since some of them are going to be fatty and some of them are going to be lean. And that's a whole extra situation there. Healing more or less depending on the strength and defense levels you have. It's definitely something. Still have to figure out exactly how to train the stats in order to get the most out of all the different foods here. Since we got a bunch of rat before, we're kind of grandfathered into having a bunch of the regular, which heals the same no matter what you're doing. So that's something to consider. We had the buckets, we had the jugs. Jugs is what we want. Yeah, we can still get a few more bank spaces here. If it's necessary, we will get that going when we head over to a general store. Probably over in Coin. They've got the cooking facilities over there. So that's probably where we're going to do all of that. But before we get to that, we need the plates, then also the potatoes. But first, clay. And once we're actually doing the full set of things here, it's going to be just get all of the clay before turning it into extra things. Start by mining all the clay, then we're going to soften all the clay, then we're going to do the next steps here. But just get a feel of the idea here. This is 29 bits of clay out of the 619 that we're going to be getting. And technically we do already have a few plates, so we can get away with not doing all 600 mining this time at least. And we can also do this. We'll leave before we get the final jug there, because pickaxe does take up an extra space too. Always something you need to consider when you don't get items out of your inventory when you wield it. That's okay. Jugs away. Got the clay. Head over to the spinning clay spin wheel. That's down in Cent. Not too far away. And all things considered, it's an okay location, since we're just gonna end up walking back past the clay furnace on the way back up to the Zamoc Bank there. So this all works out. This is all very nicely organized right in this area. We're gonna get some artistry XP here too, so that's nice. And some mining experience. And then there's gonna be cooking experience, obviously, once we actually get to the cooking portion. Potter's wheel, make plates. 15 experience each just in the making the unfired portion. Pretty solid. We need 3,000 XP to the next artistry level. So, a little bit. Very good. Very good. And this is all very easy, this part. It's a bit of clicking for the mining, and then the actually getting the clay soft. But besides that, it's pretty much walking between places, waiting for a decent amount of things to happen. I think this is probably fine. And then we take the unfired plates. A plate ready for the oven. Indeed. Walk it back up this way. And actually make the plates. Don't know if there's any failure chances with making the plates. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Because we're going to be making a lot of them. So if there's any chance of failure, I'm pretty sure we're going to find it. Making hundreds of things. It's only level 5 though, so we can't be too surprised. And very nicely, the empty plates do stack. That's 13 experience here. That's pretty good. It's like, what, 27 total experience per plate? Oh yeah. Artistry levels, here we come. Very cool. That'll work nicely. So we have like, what, 50 something already in the bank? There's another 30-ish. No. Another 500 plates to go, I guess. Is it necessary to make all these plates? Not really. We could just have a number of plates and then plate the food as it becomes necessary. But in the future, we're also going to have plenty more food here too. So just having a supply of plates we can start cycling through in the future too. That's not a bad plan. Oh yeah. 87 out of 619. Here we go. Hey, there's an achievement. My goodness. Just random achievements. That one's working at least. What's that? Mining. This isn't Minecraft, but we have mined 10,000 ores. Amazing. And there's another achievement for 1,000,000 ores. That is a little bit more than 10,000. Just a little bit. We're 1% of the way there. 1% of the way to that achievement. Honestly, with the amount of experience required, if we're at 110,000, we would only need to get to like 11 million experience to get that achievement. I guess it also depends what ores you mine, so Oh, only 11 million experience. Totally doable. Perfectly fine. There is 22 mining. Continuing to be our highest level stat. 20,000 experience to level 23. That's a lot. And if we keep mining things, it's gonna happen. For sure. That's all the clay mined. And now they're all soft. 13. Artistry. The plate making has commenced. We're getting 28 XP per plate here. That's quite a few plates for 14. Work in progress. 14. Artistry. We still got quite a few clay left. We'll see if we get to 15 here. Yeah, more levels. Still pretty good. And so many plates. 15. Artistry. Very good. Don't have enough for the next level. That is 6,700 XP. But overall, that was at least a few levels there. I think we can make some new amulets and such. So that's a possibility for the future. Still a lot of work left to do for this food though, so the future is what it's gonna have to be. And there is the last of the plates. Put these in here. We got 619. Perfect. And with that done, now all we need is potatoes. And, of course, we need to get the potatoes ourselves. Do some botany. Brilliant. We're gonna equip the bronze sickle. Doesn't help to have it equipped. Also looks like a sword. That's fine too. Just to show what we're doing here. Now we have a few options as far as where to collect potatoes. The idea here is to get potatoes, cook them, and bank them. And then later, we bring the potatoes, the meat, and the plates to other locations. Specifically a meal prep table, and then arrange. First location I want to try is right here, near the start, middle of town. There's 4 potato plants here. So the question is that enough potato plants? Potatoes should spawn relatively quickly. And do I care about low-level potatoes? No, that's fine. I need to get like 600 of these things. I'm not going to concern myself with getting only high quality, or at least medium quality. We've got low quality meat we can combine with the low quality potatoes, and probably just destroy everything. But I mean, we're trying here. That is probably a question we could have answered earlier. Can we get away with not using the plates when we make a low quality dish that just fails entirely? Probably could have checked that. Anyways, that looked like that was a good enough spot to collect potatoes. And then we can bring them. Oh, this is just a meal prep table? I need a range. A range. There's a range up there. Let's see if we can find what we're looking for here. Not a forge. Different range. It's in there somewhere in here. Or is there another one? There's a meal prep table in here. And a sink. No, that's just meal prep. It's got the same image. There's a range back up in right here. I guess on this map, the actual ranges have the icon, and the meal prep tables don't have any icons. That's okay. And let's just make sure here that we need the cooked potatoes. It's a baked potato to make the rat and potato platters and beef and potato trays. So that's what we need. And then this cooking range is closer to here. It's a good spot. There's a meal prep table down there. There's also the option of the roast potato vegetable medley. That is not really what we're going for here. No, one more. And that's a kitchen table, not a meal prep table. Totally different things. Totally different things. Yeah, the meal prep table is back down there. Don't know if that would be a quicker spot here. This one's very close to a bank here. Might still be worth checking to see if things are going to be generally better over in coin. Because over there, it's also pretty close to a bank, and there's a prep table and a range. So I think that'll generally be what we're looking for. I think we just need 619 baked potatoes, period. And I think if we fail, we just lose everything, period. So, 28. Managed to burn a single potato there. Yeah, that's okay. So it's gonna be... We got a lot more high quality that time. I think that might possibly be down to the fact that our botany and cooking skills are so much higher than the, like, level 1 required for potatoes. So we should be able to get some decent potatoes here. That's the dream, at least. It's also not a huge amount of experience, since it's just potatoes. But it's also going to be used in making the more complicated dishes. And that's another bit of experience. So, that'll be good too. And as we keep getting higher levels, presumably we're going to get better success rates and everything like that. That's the dream, at least. We didn't get a huge amount of harvested high-quality potatoes, but we ended up with more cooked high-quality potatoes, so I guess it works. Getting 4 botany XP per potato here. That seems pretty good. Info sheet out here. Yeah, potatoes used to be 1.4 XP. So, we got a botany experience buff in there somewhere. And I can appreciate that. That'll be very helpful for getting like the 18 botany that we need. And then probably even higher levels would be good too. Yeah, honestly, 18 botany is well within the possibility here. Also a quest at 15 botany that we can continue. Oh yeah. Another one at 15. And just collecting these potatoes. We only need, 4 XP per potato, 1600 XP to go. That's 15 botany right there. No problems. No problems whatsoever. And I'm less concerned about the cooking experience. I don't think we really found a quest with a high level requirement of cooking. But, of course, having higher level cooking will be good in the future, too. As we continue combat and presumably get more stronger beasts that we can butcher into better meats, that we need higher levels of cooking to make things. All works out. It all ties together. Essentially. Except for piety, which doesn't do anything, but eventually. Yeah, this is a decent route. There's enough potatoes there That all checks out. We can just come up here, and cooking the potatoes is 5 XP. So, just a little bit more. And how's the cooking speed going? Also, getting there. So yeah, those are gonna be more levels. Again, even before we get to the actual plating, which is going to be a whole thing. It's gonna be a whole thing. This has already been a thing. I'm trying to make 600 things with all these separate steps. Yeah, definitely a lot to do here. And in the end, we're gonna have some very, very nice stuff. Is it worth it? Eh. Having a good time either way. 16 cooking. We are burning a few potatoes, but not very many. Like maybe 1 or 2 per inventory. So technically, we're gonna need to harvest a few more potatoes. But that's fine. That's fine. $15 botany. That's a good level. That's actually some more quests we can do. Still gathering potatoes, but just a few more. At 4 XP per potato, we would need to get many potatoes for another botany level here. Would probably focus on getting other things if the actual goal was botany XP. But the goal right now is potatoes. And this gets potatoes. Shocking. And there is all the potatoes. Bank space is definitely a problem here. So I'm going to make some space. What else am I gonna get rid of? Maybe one of the bows. Don't think we need pots. Get rid of those. Over at the general store. Because we're going to have things on the plates and also 2 other completely different items from this whole process. So all the empty buckets, yep. Sell some gold beetles. These are worth 4. Nice. Sell a log for 1. All the pots. Yeah, just make some space here. It's necessary. I should look into the range stuff. See if I even need the short bow anymore. See what the stat difference between those is. We don't need pots. Get rid of those. And that should be good. Bank space is a constant concern. That's okay. Make a few more coins out of this. That's alright. And so all the pots. Perfect. We can always make more of those things if we really need them. So that's okay. Alright. If we look at our potatoes, we have a pretty decent stack of high quality potatoes, all things considered. And I think I really want to use the highest quality potatoes with the beef. Just have the best food in the end. We do have slightly more potatoes than plates, so we can avoid using 20 of the low quality potatoes. But let's start with regular quality to go with the lean and fatty meats here. So let's grab all the plates. Grab, it's gonna have to be 14, just as inventory space purposes. And 14 of the fatty meats. There we go. And we are over here in coin, because this is where we have a prep table and cooking range in the same building, which is very nice for what we're about to be doing here. We've got our fatty meat, we got our baked potato, and we got plates. So we have the option here of making the regular platter or the fatty platter. The fatty platter is more interesting, so we're going to make those. But I guess technically we could get away with not having any of the special foods. But they heal more if we do things right, so. Make fatty rat and potato platters. There we go. And also, when you use the fatty or the other one, you get extra ingredients, like this fat here. So we make a fatty ram potato platter, and then an entire extra bowl of fat. So it's a lot of fat. And I'm gonna cook this? No, this is done. Alright. So we don't actually need the cooking range after this. And we just eat the high quality fatty ram potato platter. We weren't even using high quality ingredients there. I guess our level is just high enough that we can get away with that. Yeah, if there was a better spot to collect the potatoes and they were still raw, it would be useful to do this here. Let's store our rat and our fat. Beautiful. Now, 14 more potatoes and all of the fatty crisp rat. If the quality keeps going higher on this, that's pretty nice too. It makes more sense to save the high quality potatoes if we can just so frequently get the higher quality anyways here. Really showing the progression of having a higher cooking level here. Our cooking is 16. This recipe is 7. And just regular ingredients. I think high quality fat at least. That's something. And 16 experience each. That's also pretty good. Not as high quality this time. That's alright. And then low quality, and this and that. It's a different recipe entirely. Fatty. See if we get any low quality here. We're still using regular quality potatoes at least, so might get away with. Yeah, we made a high quality out of a regular and low. That's pretty good. No complaints there. We have fat. That is used to make rat jerky, mystery hot dogs, and corn dogs. Now, if we want to make some mystery hot dogs in the future, that'd be useful. Don't know how much we're going to get into that system. That's okay. Then we got some lean rat meat. In the future, whenever we butcher things, there's going to be the lean, fatty, and regular. So we're going to get a lot more of this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, with the lean food here, you make the lean, you get trimmings, which are currently not used for anything. Makes a lot of sense that they would in the future. Also, we failed preparing entirely. No, that's also a possibility. Unfortunately. But yeah, trimmings are not used for anything at all, while the fat is. But most likely will be useful in the future. Managed to destroy a couple things there. It's unfortunate. And did destroy the things destroy the plates? That'd be a question. Not gonna worry about that. So now we have some trimmings and lean this. Another 14 and 14 low quality. That's okay. Looks like we got the trimmings even when we failed making the meal. So that's interesting. Of course, the trimmings are the less useful portion of that, so it's not exactly a win. I guess technically if it all ends up not being used for anything, we could just sell it to a store and get like 1 coin each or something. That'd be fine. There we go. High quality again from low and regular. We are failing a little bit. We failed 1, we were at 77. looks like we did use the plate. Now we have 13 plates of food. Yep. Looks like it destroyed the plate when we messed up the meal. We must have messed it up pretty severely if it's not only inedible, but the plate was destroyed. What are we doing? Even got some low quality there. Yeah, we didn't get any low quality fatty. Interesting. Okay. But now we're back to the food we had from before. The regular rat meat and beef. So what we're gonna do is get the low quality potatoes down to the, I guess it would make a lot of sense if we just got rid of the 20 low quality potatoes. So the numbers even out here. Yeah. That'll make it easy to take the lowest quality bits both times. There's also something to be said of saving some of the low quality to use with the low quality beef. But I think this is fine. I don't know if we're really going to be able to make much use of the higher quality foods here. We really don't have a lot of health, and we can't really justify getting down to like 4 health. That's pretty dangerous. Let's grab 16, or 14 rather, of the low quality there, and 14 of the low quality here. And with this we won't have 2 options. This will only be able to make the regular platter. So we're getting some decent cooking speed though. I imagine this would be even more awkward with recipes with more ingredients. But here's everything you can put on a plate. We got chicken and potato, rat and potato, beef, and carrot and greens, or peas, or cucumber, or corn, lean venison, and roasted mushroom stroganoff. I guess maybe it's not everything. I'm missing the other beef recipe. Or maybe not. I don't know. Either way, put all these on, and it's just rat and potato platter. So this is low quality, low quality. This could end up destroying a lot of our plates. And we don't get any extra thing from the regular meat. That's okay too. Still making high quality. That's just how good we are at cooking, I guess. Nice. And still 16 experience each here. Got 5,200 to the next level. Let us finish making all of the rat and potato platters. I wonder if we're still going to complain about the eating rat now that it's more fancy. I could see it. And more of the low quality and low quality. Yep, there we go. Well, here is the last of the rat meat. And we're into the regular baked potatoes at this point, too. That's alright. We had a few regular, or high quality, regular crisp rat, because we weren't able to get those previously. I'll make the final plates here. And then we go from 16 experience with the rat and potato platter. And then we move up to the beef and potato tray, which requires level 13. And we get 18 XP. So, a little bit more. See how many of these we end up destroying, unfortunately. We got low quality beef. So, that's definitely gonna be a thing. I guess this also means in the future we might need to make more plates, since we're destroying some of the plates here already. Let's see if we have, 395 more here. That should be about right. We got all these. And we got the beef and potato trays. 395 plates, 395 beef, 395 potatoes. Perfect. So now we just need to make all these. We got about the same amount of low quality and regular quality beef, and no high quality because we did not have the butchering level to get high quality previously. So, make all of these and see where we're at. I mean, we're gonna be at done making the things. That's kind of the point. We also might get a cooking level here. These are 18 XP each. We need 2,800. Yeah. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. Math. I'm just making beef and potato trays. It's what I do. 17 cooking. We're technically using high quality potatoes and low quality beef. It's working about as expected. Good enough. We can see exactly how many more things we need based on the plates. 199. Fantastic. Let's get this done. And there is everything cooked. A little bit more experience here. We started with 619 plates, but our process of putting a potato and meat on each of those plates, we managed to break many of them. And now we have 559 meals. So, minus 619, we broke 60 plates somehow. That leaves us with random potato platters that will heal 4, 6, and 8. Lean and fatty random potato platters, which if we use them at the right times, based on the levels, will heal 5, 7, and 9. Then some beef and potato trays, which heal 7, 8, and 10. We have 14 hit points. It's gonna be a lot of overhealing, I feel. But that's okay. It's better. A lot better total amount of healing available than we had before. Because previously with just the rat healed 1, 2, 3, and the beef was 3, 4, 5. So like twice as much or more healing in total. Would we have gotten twice as much or more healing in total by just going and killing some more rats and cows? Yeah, probably. But then we wouldn't have all these fun plates of food. Just think of the opportunities that are now available, I guess. Speaking of opportunities, let's grab some more XP here. We still have more due, so that'll do nicely. Still thinking of what I want to use all these on. We still need to get more foraging experience, that's for sure. So, that, at least, we will be using. But beyond that, maybe combat. Getting combat up faster would be nice. Because we need a much higher level here. 10 just really is not cutting it. But before we go do a bunch of combat, we did get some more levels this episode. Mostly botany is the more important one. So we should be able to go and continue a few quests. See what we can get up to. Next time. Goodbye.